Hello Eurovision lovers! Happy New Year from Eurovision 365 exclamation mark to you! It's the start of 2022 and I am so excited that it's only 5 months until the next Eurovision Song Contest in Italy. I can't wait, I bet you can't either. Now remember to check in this channel Eurovision 365 for all the updates along the way to the path of Eurovision 2022. Now, as this is the start of the year, I thought let's have a look at the start of Eurovision Song Contest down through the year. So what I'm thinking about is the contests which have left a mark on me at least, where they have been a little bit spectacular or a little bit glitzy or glamorous, and they've left a lasting first impression, and this is the 1st of January as I record this. So let's have a look at some of the intros of the Eurovision Song Contest down through the years. Welcome. Do you see what I did there? The introduction to the Eurovision Song Contest is a huge part of the contest, and it often gives us a flavour of what the contest is going to be like and the theme of the contest. Now, the first one we're going to have a look at is the 1995 contest held back in Dublin, and this was the third year in a row that RTE had hosted it. So the third year in a row it was held in Ireland. Now, they started the show with a look back at previous contestants and previous winners of the Eurovision from the beginning right up until the date, which was 1994, the year before. You might ask why, and just mind your eyes there, but you might ask why they did that. And the reason was that in 1995 the contest was 40 years old. So I think that was a really nice idea to start the contest with a look back at those previous years. Now, if that wasn't enough, we had the huge video wall just turning there, as you can see, and the host presenter Mary Candy had to walk down those steps. Can you imagine how nervous she must have felt? Can you imagine if she had tripped on one of those steps, never mind walking down them? But she did a fantastic job, and of course she had to stand there as the stairs were moved out of position, and yeah, that just probably felt like an eternity for her as that was happening. Moving on to another contest in the 90s, and this time the 1998 contest held in Birmingham. Now, what I liked about this contest, and as I said at the beginning, introduction of the contest can often give you the theme of what that contest is going to be, and the intro for this one was a nod to the old versus a nod to the modern. And in fact, that was the whole theme of the postcards that year, and I liked this one. It's a bit simplistic probably, but what I love so much about this is what you are about to hear now as we go into the National Indoor Arena and we hear the orchestra proper kick in to this music. Just listen to this, it's awesome. Fantastic. And if that wasn't enough, you would probably expect that the Queen of England was about to come on stage and present the contest. Not so. It was, without spoiling this for you, it was the great late Sir Terry Wogan who came on stage, and of course he presented along Ulrika Johnson that year. Brilliant. Moving back now to the 1985 contest, and that was held in Gothenburg. Now, the contest itself was presented by Lill Lindfors. Now, Lill Lindfors herself was, well, I would say, one of the most memorable presenters, never mind the most memorable introduction to a contest. But there she is coming on in her pink and white outfit, and she sang a song, of course, to start the contest with, which was quite a new thing to do. Now, Lill Lindfors herself, you might be forgiven for thinking that it was the Lill Lindfors contest, because if you've ever watched the 1985 contest, you will know that she was on stage and she can be seen in some of the performances by standing next to the conductors and chatting to or dancing around, and she was having a fantastic time. Very good. Now, the 2010 contest came to us from Oslo, and what I really like about the introduction to this was the motto for the Eurovision that year was "Share the Moment," and it was going back in time, it seemed, to different eras and different countries, and those little colourful balls that were going up into the sky. And yep, there's Brighton's most famous landmark, the Big Ben, but those pink and white and colourful balls represented all the different people and different homes that we'd be watching the Eurovision Song Contest. The other thing I liked about this was it gave a nod to the previous year's contests and previous year's host cities or host locations, and it was a really nice way to start the contest, I think, because Share the Moment meant we were all together sharing that moment. And what I like about this as well is this was my first Eurovision Song Contest actually in person, and it was good for me to be a part in this huge Telenor Arena. I know you couldn't see me, I'm too short for you to see me, but I'm there, I'm definitely there. But it was a good start to the contest, wasn't it? Share the Moment. Back in 1969 in Madrid, the contest started with a really nice idea back then, and the presenter there introduced every single nation competing in their national language. So a little greeting in their national language, and you can see there she had a wee bit of a struggle, it felt like, with the Gok Vel, but she did well, and I think it was a nice thing to do. Buenas noches. Saludamos. The contest in 2000 came to us from Stockholm, so yes, we're back in Sweden again, and you can see the lips there naming each country taking part in the contest that year, and I think it was quite a novel idea because it did tell us which order, of course, that the nations were appearing, and the lips were the motto of the contest that year. And as each country performed or took to the stage, the colours of their flag were given a nice little twirl, if you like, on those lips, and it was a good idea. And that was the Globen Arena, and yeah, nice idea. The other thing, of course, you can see what she looks a little bit timid there. You think she's about to run off stage, but that is not the case. Welcome, Europe! And that was an explosion of noise. A huge crowd gathered in Stockholm, and that was the biggest audience to date at that point. The flag parade is certainly something that is common with the Eurovision now, but what you might not know is in the 1983 contest in Germany, all the contestants were brought on stage before they performed, so the introduction of the Eurovision in that year had this as a feature. I think it was a cool idea. Also, what was a thing in the introduction of contests before was that the winning performer from the previous year could often come back and perform their winning song from the year before, or maybe a new song that they were releasing. And I think it was a nice idea, and it was a bit of a nod of respect probably to the winning artist, because of course the contest wouldn't have been there without them. Now, speaking of singing, this is Asa Cleveland coming up, and she was the presenter of the 1986 contest in Norway. Asa Cleveland herself took part in the 1966 contest, and really hear this.
Soon we will know who will be the best in the Eurovision Song Contest.
There you go. Soon we will know who will be the best in the Eurovision Song Contest. So, that was a quick look back at some of those fantastic intros and starts of the Eurovision Song Contest. Which ones have left a lasting impact on you. I hope you comment here below. Of course, a little like or subscribe would go a long way to help the channel grow as well. Thanks for that in advance. So I hope you enjoyed that video, but until next time, you take care and enjoy the contest, enjoy Eurovision 365, where it's Eurovision every day, not just in May.